Alright, guys, so, I have not seen Avatar 2 yet. I'm planning on seeing it this week. But anyways, besides that, I saw this article in Screenrant that I wanted to talk about, and it's called James Cameron Has to Change His Villain Plan for Avatar 3, 4, and 5. Now, I kinda agree. A little bit. Colonel Quaritch isn't that bad, but, like, he could be better. Like, a little bit better, but that's just my opinion, you know. Again, I didn't see the second movie yet, so I don't know. This article contains spoilers for the second movie. Okay, it's fine. I'm okay with that. Following Avatar: The Way of the Water, it's clear that Quaritch is a poorly developed villain, and his status as the franchise's big bad must change. Colonel Miles Quaritch returns as Avatar: The Way of Water's central villain, despite his death in 2009's Avatar. Quaritch formerly served as the RDA senior commander before Jake Sully and the Na'vi defeated his army. Avatar 2 sees Quaritch, now returned an avatar containing his human form's memories, embark on a mission to kill Jake. Quaritch's survival at the end of Avatar 2 suggests he will continue to serve as the franchise's primary antagonist. Sorry about that. My grandma came in. Anyways, suggests he will continue to serve as the franchise's primary antagonist in Avatar 3. In 2017, Cameron told Empire that Lang's Quaritch will be the villain of Avatar 3, 4, and 5, which are slated to be released every other year following 2022's Avatar: The Way of the Water. Quaritch's status as the Avatar's franchise's recurring antagonist implies that Cameron intends to consistently pit humans against the Na'vi, as in the first two movies. While a multi-film threat can make for a compelling narrative over several films, Avatar and Avatar 2 have not developed Quaritch enough as a character to make his upcoming appearances worthwhile. So then it goes on to say, Avatar 3 needs to move on from Quaritch, despite James Cameron's plans. Avatar 2 sets up a tedious and unearned return for Quaritch in Avatar 3 and future sequels. Avatar 2 conflict boils down to little more than Quaritch's revenge quest, which undersells the vast world and intriguing dynamic between human invaders and Pandora's indigenous population as established by Avatar. Quaritch is only fleshed out through Avatar 2, through Avatar 2's Spider, who was originally raised by the Na'vi. Well, I mean, from what I heard, there's a comic, by the way. I'm gonna have to go off on this for a minute. There's an Avatar prequel comic that takes place before the second movie, and it explains that Spider is, spoiler alert, his son. Sorry. And the only reason why he couldn't return to Earth with the other humans is because they don't make cryo chambers for babies, so he had to stay on Earth. And he was raised with the scientists and the Na'vi. So he wasn't fully raised by the Na'vi, but he was raised half and half, but he just sees himself as a Na'vi. Despite Naturi not liking him, but you know. Alright. However, the film spends little time exploring their relationship in depth after Quaritch abducts Spider early on. Okay, I heard about that. Simultaneously, the concept of human militants becoming Na'vi recumbents is explained in exposition, though the stakes and consequences of such a development are largely ignored throughout the film. Avatar 2 should mark the end of Quaritch's role in the franchise so that Avatar 3 can introduce a new villain capable of broaching deeper and unexplored themes in its story. And it says here how the villains fall short, so let's see what we got here. Exemplified by Quaritch's cliche villainy, Avatar 2 human antagonists are bluntly one-dimensional. Since the Sky People are colonizers wreaking havoc on land and inhabitants of Pandora, it would be in poor taste to portray them as overly sympathetic, so in that way, their superficial characterization works. The problem lies in reducing the Sky People's motivation to Quaritch's Avatar: The Way of the Water's revenge plot, instead of invoking the evils of I went to school, I swear. Established for the first film, albeit that was explored only on a surface level. That's what they're saying, not me. Although Quaritch subtly shows that he cares about Spider when Neytiri holds the knife point, the film didn't explore Quaritch's inner turmoil or the complexities of a revived consciousness existing in a different body. Avatar 2 not only fails to justify Quaritch's revival, but in bringing him back, Cameron misses the opportunity to tell a unique story that expands on that of the first movie. Instead, Avatar 2 repeats similarly shallow plot points involving Quaritch's destruction of Pandora and the Na'vi's strive for self-preservation in the face of an imperialist threat. So who could be the third villain? Let's figure it out from here. Who exactly could be the third villain? So let's find out. Introducing a new villain in Avatar 3 would improve the franchise's story. Despite growing up among Avatar's Na'vi societies, Spider's arc in Avatar 2 could position him as an antagonist in future films. He might follow in his corrupt father's footsteps, which would be intriguing if predictable. Unlike the human occupants on Pandora, Spider would be an appropriately sympathetic villain because of his close relationship with the Na'vi. Avatar 2 also illustrates the Na'vi's resentment, particularly through Neytiri, towards Spider, as well as Spider's estrangement from the Na'vi when Jake does not attempt to rescue him. Well, to that I want to say that would be suicide, but who might judge? Him being a villain would be interesting, though. I mean, everyone's. I haven't heard people talk about Spider that much. I've heard people talk about Kiri and Neteyam and Loak. Those are Jake's children, and Took. Well, I mean, Took. They just say Took's cute, okay? They just say that. And Kitty is his adopted daughter, but she's very powerful. Stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of things with her. Instead of using an existing character from the first two films, the franchise could also find its new villain in antagonistic Avatar Na'vi. Jake and Neytiri have not dealt with internal threats thus far, so this could present a fascinating conflict for their family to navigate. Even if Cameron insists on keeping Avatar's villains consistent, introducing a new leader or group of Earth-born humans would prevent the franchise from growing staler than it already has in two films. Avatar 2 fails to cement Korra as a compelling villain, and Cameron's intention to keep him around isn't encouraging for Avatar's future. And that's it. And then there's another article saying that we don't like where Neytiri's story is going for Avatar 3 because Homegirl went through a lot. But yeah, Avatar 3 comes out in 2024, Avatar 4 comes out in 2026, and Avatar 5 comes out in 2028. And I think Cameron said he would make more. So far, there's only 3, 4, 5 that's been announced, but I think Cameron said a 6 and 7 and 8 might come out, but I really still don't know.